hopeful Hillary Clinton had a bad week. News leaked that more than 100 FBI agents continued to scour her private email server that the former Secretary of State kept in her New York home. This week, the Intelligence Community Inspector General sent a letter to lawmakers alleging Ms. Clinton's private server contained 24, quote, special access program, unquote, emails. Those emails are so top secret that only 12 high-ranking officials, including the president, are allowed to see them, and it required the Inspector General to get a special security clearance to read the emails. Clinton responded to the news and said,
"As the State Department has confirmed, I never sent or received any material marked classified, and that hasn't changed in all of these months." This seems to me to be, another effort to inject this into the campaign. It's another leak.
Clinton's spokesperson also weighed in.
We have an interagency dispute about what's classified and what's not.
Because the FBI investigation remains under wraps, Ms. Clinton speculated about the topic of the emails.
It's difficult to know because the best we can determine is that it's likely what they are referring to is the forwarding of a New York Times article.
But could the nature of the emails really land Ms. Clinton in the clink? Under Section USC 18, Section 793, Ms. Clinton has an obligation to safeguard top-secret communications, or she risks being charged for gross negligence under the Espionage Act. Platte River Networks, who managed her server after she left the Department of State, said that if they knew State Department level material was going to be sent through the server, they would have suggested a more secure system to prevent hacking. Unfortunately, Ms. Clinton's emails were hacked by Guccifer, a Romanian hacker who released her emails on the internet, something that landed him in the clink. Discussing Guccifer's intentions, cybersecurity expert Michael Sutton said,
"He's not going after the individual that he ultimately wants to get to, but rather the family and friends, the ones that are in communication with them. And of course, if they're on the receiving end of the email, you have the email."
The information is now in the hands of the Justice Department, who will either move forward with an indictment or not.
And our news contributor Kimberly Dvorak is here with more on the email allegations. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. A lot of people saying this is not going away. Political analysts saying this could cost Clinton the presidential election. Let's get into what the special access program is and how are we all affected.
We're all affected because these are actual emails that will discuss and lay out processes and sources and methods that, say, the CIA might use when they're putting an undercover agent in an undercover situation. One of the emails that it's been learned that it was a human intelligence email, and that meant that the source who was actually, or the mole that was actually in the field, was giving information to intelligence agencies, whoever was in charge of the program, and that they knew that, and if this information got out via hacking, then they would be found out and ultimately killed, most likely a very torturous death for being a mole or embedded within terrorist organizations. It's also something where the United States, we face hacking from China and multiple countries, and this is also this is where lawmakers and our cabinet members, they'll learn about high-tech weapons programs that are being developed, and that we want to hold those close to our vest so we don't let that information out so China can go and make their own weapons programs that can counter what we're putting out there. So it's pretty sensitive information. The IG had to get special access to read this, and I think what you're looking at is that the intelligence community is really kind of getting a little nervous about this because it's going to expose a lot of their agents that are in the field.
Right. All right. So more to come on this, I'm sure, and you'll be on it. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.